Hi everyone, welcome to another interesting tutorial. I'll be showing you how to make a short padded skirt. In this tutorial you can see the actual bum size, and by the time I wear the skirt you will see that it will have increased as you can see in the video. So this skirt has a lot of advantages because you can wear it on all your increased hip dresses and skirts. So I'm Yinky, you're welcome to tutorial. So let's get started. This is the pattern that I use in making the padded hip skirt. So I'm going to draft the basic skirt pattern like so. On the hip line I increase the zipper allowance by 1 inch. Instead of putting 1 inch all through, on the hip line I put 2 inches, and on the waistline I put 1 inch zipper allowance. That means it's not the same thing I put on the hip line that I put on the waist, so that the hip line will be bulging to the back a little bit. So here I have 2 inches just here on the hip line extension, and here I have 1 inch extension. So here also I have 1 inch extension as my zipper allowance. So I'm going to connect with my pattern master like so. So after I've done the connection, I'm going to have a kind of shape that will be bulging on the hip line, and it will go inside on the waistline like so. So if you can draft a basic skirt pattern, you don't have any issue with this. So here is the skirt length. It's just 17 inches that I put here. So from the 17 inches skirt length I reduce 1 inch because I'm going to place a band. I'm going to place a skirt band, so that's why I reduced that 1 inch that you saw the way I cut it off on the waistline. So the next thing I'll do is to create the hip pad using the pattern. So I'm going to measure 3.5 down from the hip line like so. I'll mark 3.5 on this side, and also here I'm going to mark 3 inches. So starting from the hip line I'll mark 3 inches like so. So after I've done that, I'll go to the hem line of the skirt. This is the hem line of the skirt. You can see I'm working on the back pattern. I'll mark 2 inches here, and I'm going to mark like so. And after I've done that, I'll connect it to the 2 points that I have marked before. I'm going to connect like so. I'm creating my hip pad here now, so I will leave half of an inch on the skirt, the waistline, and connect it the way I'm just connecting it. Just connect it like so. Creating your hip pad, it's not a standard shape. Just create the way you saw me in this video. So after I've done that, I will mark 1 inch from the side. So you can see I did not use tape measure. I can create my 1 inch even without seeing a tape, but don't do that. You can use a tape measure to create that. So 1 inch all through to bring out the shape by the side. So this is 1 inch. I just created my 1 inch all through, and after I've done that, I'm going to place it on the back. So I'll place it on the back pattern like so. So you can see the back. I'm marking where the shape of the hip pad will start and where it will stop. So after I've marked that, so that it won't be longer than each other, the back hip pad will not be longer than the front hip pad. So this is the front hip pad. I first of all mark 5 inches, and I later put half of an inch, making 5.5 inches, because I'm also placing 1 inch by the side here. So here is 5.5, and I'm going to connect it to the upper part like so, just to create the shape. Just follow the shape. So I told you there's no standard to the shape. So here also, the 2 inches that I mark for the back, I also mark it here. That's where I connected it to. So after you have done that, the sewing allowance of your dress, like 1 inch sewing allowance, has been marked out. So I have created my back hip pad and my front hip pad. So after I have done the creation of the back and front hip pad, I'm going to place it on the skirt. I have actually cut the skirt with the pattern. Before you cut the hip pad out, you'll have created your skirt. So after I have done that, the skirt is created in such a way that the lining and the main fabric is still the same material. So you will hardly see a difference between the lining and the main fabric, because they are of the same material. The only thing I did is that on the lining, I shortened the lining by 1.5 inches, so that I'll be able to use it to turn the main fabric. So I have removed my part like so. So after you have cut with your with you have cut your fabric out, remove your parts the way I just remove it from the pattern. And this is my foam. It's a 1 inch thickness. It has 1 inch thickness. So I bought it from the carpentry shop where they sell carpentry materials. So but now you can also get it where they sell tailoring materials. Also in the market you can get it in Nigeria, where you can get tailoring materials. So after I have done that, I'm going to mark the back, and also mark where the upper part is, so that you'll be able to match it together. This U means upper part, so U means upper part, so I'll mark it on both sides, and B means back. So just label with what you will be able to use to identify your hip pads. So this is the front hip pad. I will also cut it out. You can see I'm cutting two pieces, so one will go for one side and the other for the other side. So I'll just do this and also mark the part that is up. So that's the sign that this will fall to the waist side and the other to the hemline. So I'll match it together. The part that is going for the up will match with the up to the upper part here on the back pad. So this will come together like so, and the other two will come together. So I'm going to use my needle and thread. You can use any color of thread, so to attach your pads together, since it will be hidden. So I'll just attach together like so. The reason why you need to be careful when you are attaching your pads together, because this does not have laminate foam. But the reason why we didn't put laminate foam is that we don't want it to be too bulky, because this will be inside a fabric. So the fabric will have worked the work of that laminate foam. It will give it a support, and the fabric will also make the lines of the pad not to be showing. So by the time we have hidden it in one fabric before wearing it on the major dress, the lines of the pad will not be showing at all. So I will just go ahead and attach together like so. Then I'll go ahead and attach together like so. So as I'm attaching it together, I'll be checking it on the wrong side if it's being concealed properly. So after I have done that, I'm almost done with attaching my back and front hip pad together. So you can see the hip pad is almost for me. So this that I have done, I'm going to place it in the skirt. But before I do that, the lining, I'm going to use the lining to turn the main fabric of the skirt. So I'll go ahead, and this is my hip pad. The hip pads are ready for the two sides. So here you can see that there is a trimming on the side of the front pad. So you're going to trim that. This is to reduce the pad lines. So this is to reduce the pad lines, so that the pad lines will not be visible when you wear the pad. So that's the essence of trimming this down, but it will only affect the front pad. So I'll just do that like so. And after I've done that, I'll move to the next part. The next part is I'm going to work on my skirt. And the skirt, this is the skirt. You take the dart normally the way you hold that on your skirt. This is for the back. I'll hold that on the main fabric and also the lining. So this is the front. I will also hold that on the front, and here I'm trying to input the measurement. When you are inputting your measurement here, you are putting your increased hip measurement on the hip. So assuming you're using hip 40, the increased hip measurement I'm putting here is 44. So it's 4 inches increased hip. So I put 44 here, not 40. I hope you get that. The waist measurement I put here is the original waist measurement, waist 32 that I'm using. I just put the waist 32, but the hip is the increased hip measurement, which is 44, not the original hip, which is 40. So after I've done that, I'll shape the skirt like so and input the measurement. The way I did for the main fabric, I will do the same thing for the lining. Remember I told you the lining is still the same fabric, so you will hardly notice a difference. So here I have my lining with me and I have the main fabric. I have input the skirt, the measurement, the body measurement inside. So I'm using the lining to turn the main fabric here. So I just open it on the hemline so that I'll be able to turn neatly. So I'm trying to turn from the slit. I open the slit on both the lining and the main fabrics so that I'll be able to turn the hemline of the skirt round. So I'll be turning this, I'll be stitching this together by half of an inch so that I'll be able to turn. So I'll stitch placing the right side of the lining on the right side of the main fabric. So if you are an advanced learner or even an intermediate student, you know how to turn a skirt. So here the right side of the lining is facing the right side of the main fabric on the hemline. So after I have done that, this is what I have. I will turn to the right side and show you what I just did. So this is what I just did. So where the slit is opened, this is where the slit is opened. So I'm going to conceal this part where the back slit. So you know we open the back slit on both the lining and the skirt so that we'll be able to turn. So I'll run to the wrong side to just conceal it together. So I'll just open it up. So the little space that we used to turn, I'm going to close it like so. So just go ahead and run a stitch. You will have seen how you're going to just conceal it like so. So after I have done that, run the stitch to connect it together so that this place will be concealed. So after that, I'll turn the main skirt. I'll turn the main skirt and look at how it will be. I'll turn the main skirt. So this is what we have. That part I just concealed now. That's what I showed you. And I will turn to the right side. So like I told you, there's no difference between the lining and the main fabric. So this is what we have. The skirt has been turned on the hemline, and we have this. So don't forget the zipper. There is a zipper and there is a band. So I will leave the zipper allowance opened because I have not input the zipper. So and here, so this is where the hip pad will come in. I'll go ahead and iron this and the hip pad will come in. So the hip pad will come in like so. The one that goes for the back must be facing the back, and the one that goes for the front must be facing the front. So I have put one in pad. So I just open it up on the table and show you properly so that you will see what I just did on my machine. So this is me opening up my skirt. You can see the hemline of the skirt the way I turned it. So here, the front, the hip pad that goes for the front will be facing the front like so on the wrong side. So I will use my needle and thread to hold it together on the seam allowance. So the side seam, I'll be using the side seam allowance to hold it together with the hip pad sewing allowance. So I'll be holding it together like so using my needle. And needle will really work in this tutorial because you're going to be tacking your hip pad together with hand needle. So I'll just tack it together. Only the seam allowance is what I'm using to hold it together with the hip, with the foam, with the hip pad. So I'll just go ahead and attach neatly. The reason why you need to be very careful when you're attaching it is that it must be firm and it must not form a pleat or anything. So it must be so neat because it will affect the outcome if it's not neat. So after I have done that, this is what I have. So this place will be opened, so we need to tack it also. So we are going for the back. This is what the back looks like. You remember that there is a zipper allowance at the back. So I'm going to knot my hand needle again and tack the back on the lining, not on the main fabric. So on the lining, I'm trying to tack the back foam down with the lining. So I'll tack it like so. So after I tack it, I'll make sure it is firm and there's no wrinkle. Then I'll cut and move to the front also and tack it the way I did for the back, and tack it. So I don't want it to shift. But even if I did not tack it, the process of attaching this, making this short, it will still be in place. But the reason why I tack it is that by the time I want to stitch on the foam, attaching the foam to the liner, I don't want the hip part to be shifting anywhere. That's why I tack it with my needle and thread. So I'm trying to tack the front hip pad also. So after I have done the tacking, I am done with the tacking here. I will open it up, and this is what I have. This is what I have. This is what I have. This is the right side. This is the right side. The wrong side is where the tacking will show. So you can see a kind of sewing on the wrong side like this. So the reason why I say sometimes you may not even need the tacking. So I'm still going to stitch round like so. But this will be on the lining. This will be on the lining. So I'll be showing you how I did that. So I'll open up like so and make sure I stitch on the lining. So everything, when you do this, the lining will be in place till the fabric will wear and tear. So here I'll just go ahead and stitch on the foam. So as I am feeling it, I'm feeling the edge of the foam, and I'll be stitching round. So the essence of doing this is also to reduce the hip lines. It also reduces the hip lines on the main attire that you wear. So when you wear this type of short skirt hip padded, it eliminates seeing hip lines, and it makes the hip pads to look more natural than not doing all this to the hip pads. So I'll just go ahead and stitch on the hem lines, as in on the circumference. Let me say circumference or perimeter of the hip pads. So I'll just work on it like so. So after I have done that, you will see the seam lines, but it will be, the stitch lines will be seen, but it will be on the wrong side of the skirt. So I'll just be seeing this on the wrong side of the skirt. So when I turn to the wrong side, this is how the wrong side will look like. You will be seeing the hip pads, the lines of the hip pads. But when you turn to the right side, you won't see the lines of the hip pads. So this is the wrong side, and this is how it will look. The next thing to do is to place my band. So here you're going to place your band before your zipper. Don't forget, the zipper runs through, gets to the band, so that's why the band will come in before the zipper. It depends on how you want to do your own. If you want your zipper to come in before your band, if you don't want your zipper to reach your band, fine. But I want my zipper to reach the band level, so I'm placing my band like so. So if you want to watch a video on how to place band on a skirt, I am going to put the description link. I will attach it in the description box, so you will see that. So here I'll be attaching my band like so. This is my band. The band is width 4 inches, as width of 4 inches. So, and it is as long as the waistline. So I'll just go ahead and attach the band to it. And after I've done the attaching of the band, I'm trying to place the band with 1/2 inch. So if you know how to place a band, you really don't need this section. So after I have placed this band, I'll fold. So coming to the right side, so it's on the right side, I'll finish up the band. So on the right side, I'll just come like so and fold inward. So my band is being created like this. So the elastic rubber will be placed inside this band. So I just remembered that. So I'm going to open it up to put the elastic rubber. So I have a video that can guide you as to how to place a band and also an elastic rubber on a skirt if you don't know how to do that. But we have come to the end of this tutorial. So you can see my hip padded skirt. It is short and you can use this to wear any dress or any skirt that you made, provided you have input in an increased hip on that dress or the attire. You can use this type of hip short skirt to wear it. So you can see how neat it is. The lines of the hip parts are not that visible. So by the time you wear your dress, it will even diminish. You won't even see the lines of the hip parts anymore. So if you are interested in our online classes, we have online classes where I'll be teaching you different type of styles or any trending luxurious styles that you may want to know. So contact the numbers on the screen to get in touch with us. Until then,